Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon, rather. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we are playing BitCraft Online. Hey, did you know what happened? They did a big... they did a big housing update recently. They did a big update of a lot of things. I have a house now. I would like to show you. Hey, boss man, I heard you sold off a bunch of that Amerium I made. Yeah. Yeah. How do I make that sound I made in text? The sheesh. Eep. Yep. I also gave $10,000 to Revan, as I thought he made it. Lol. We're getting him sorted. Yay. I mean, like, we either got to give him the Amerium or we got to get him the money. But, you know. Houses. Yeah. Let's go check out the houses. So. I should explain how the housing update works. First thing you do is go to your good buddy Bricko. You want a house. You say, hey Bricko, I want a house deed. He says, that's great, that'll be money. Player house deed 1 is just raw cash. It's like $500, something like that. That'll get you a tier 1 house. You get a tier 1 codex, like I did, you can get a player house deed 2. And if you get a tier 2 codex, you can get house deed 3. Now I'll show you what they mean. What you do with these house deeds is you go to a house. Here's a tier 1 house. Looks like just a little teepee. Aw, Crescent lives here. We can visit his house. It's nice of him to let me in. You can set permissions on your own house, so you could kick me out if you felt so inclined. But surprise landlord visit. I gave you 5 seconds notice. Why is this a problem? Anyway, tier 1 houses can fit up to 3 people. You get 5 hex coin for Crescent living there. And that's fine by me. We've got better houses, and you can choose which one you want to live in. Like if you have a player deed 1, you can still live in like a tier 2 house. Nobody's living here yet. But I would get 10 X coin a day if you lived here. And here we have a tier 3 house. This is where I live. This is my house. I learned to decorate. Isn't it nice? Look, I got a bed. And I can jump up and down on the couch. Or, well, not on the couch, but on the rug. Stay up as long as I want. Because no one gives the Empire a bedtime. And I've got this nice little item storage for my super rare items that I never use. Which is pretty cool. You can also have like tons and tons of cargo storage in here. And so, yeah. If you're ever tired of your bank filling up, getting a house is a great way to fix it. You can also learn house recipes. I can't remember who I learned them from. But I went ahead and skipped Wicker because I saw that in the trailer and went straight for Talented Woodcraft. So that was the furniture you saw in my house. Pretty nice stuff, and fairly easy to make too. Like, it usually costs like just a few green items. I imagine like Wicker is all tier 1 stuff. Pretty cool. And we're working on tier 4 houses. Like tier 2, 3, and 4 take a lot of timber, a lot of brick slabs, Elenvar frames, fine leather sheeting, fine cloth tarps. Like, kind of difficult stuff to get a hold of. It's a little easier to put up the like tier 2 and tier 3 tents, but we're working on it. I don't think we have a single level 40 tailor in the village yet, but we're working on it. Saw some messages fly by. Let's see. Gotta harvest more at some point. I think Revan and you might do some duo runs. Load up a huge craft to do together. That was the plan. Get a Merriam by the thousands. So we'll make his 70k and then some. Yeah. So like what happened was somebody from another country was like, hey, do you guys have a Merriam? I'm like, I got a Merriam. Like one of the few things we do have up here. Have it in the thousands. Like there's some right there by the smithy. Like it's hard not to have a Merriam. We've got 2 Amerium caves along the road. Neelanker, how's it going? Oh, you were streaming this the other day. How's your settlement coming along? Been a while since you stopped by? Well, welcome back. Things are going good in my village. Level 4. Tier 4, trying to get tier 4 housing. And so, like, I think most people in the village can make fine timber, so that's not a priority for me right now. I want to level up my foraging to 40 so I can get plant roots and mud to assist in the brick making and tarp making, because those seem like difficult things to come by. How are we doing on sand? Because if I'm just leveling foraging, sand is a really fun one. We're low on tier 1 sand and tier 2 sand. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Happy affiliate anniversary. Ah, is Twitch spoiling that for me? I actually kinda like the affiliate anniversary is kinda dumb, right? Not so much difficult. You were focused on carpentry and have a ton of tier 2 sand. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go on a trip all the way back to the mainland, and we will start getting piles and piles of tier 1 sand. Maybe I'll find some eggs too while I'm at it. Can you get some flowers too? It's always a nice choice. You're making a push for tier 5, really held back by the resources not spawning. Hence why we waited so long. That's what I heard. I heard life was very difficult for those trying to get tier 4 resources. Tons of flowers. Hold on, here's a crazy idea. If we just bought the things we need. What are the odds they're for sale here? I bet everybody's building houses. There's a lot of tier 4 settlements. Like they're empires with like hundreds of people that are ahead of us. But I feel like we keep up with like every, you know, mid-sized settlement. Oh, hey, 48 bucks. I'll take it. Tarp? Yeah, you don't believe in tarps, do you? Okay. Go, scroll down to the tier 4 stuff. Exquisite leather. We are actually kind of close to tier 5 in a lot of things. And so maybe if things go crazy, like we could buy $5,000 worth of timber which we need for one of the houses. There's some potter's mix. Hey, exactly one. That doesn't do me a lot of good. Logs, yeah, but what about the good stuff? Tier 4 plant roots. I mean, I could bring that home, but I can't really do much with it. All right. Back to the sand plan. But we have a ton of tier 2 sand. I know we have a ton of tier 3. Those are the 2 sands that grow in the pine forest. Tier 1 sand is probably something we run out of all the time. There I am at 39. We need 23,600 experience. And we're going at 15 or 1.3 seconds. Hang on. That's not how much experience I get, though. I get 19 experience. Let's do some quick math here. Let's see. Calculator. 25500 divided by 19. 1,342 strokes of the shovel times 1.35 at my current speed. So 1,811 seconds. Okay, cool. Times that by divide that by 60. 30 minutes. All right, yeah, 30 minutes of shoveling. And I will be level 40 forager. Thrilling. This is kind of what the game's become a little bit. I don't know. I could also, stop stressing myself out about that. Or maybe no, I can't. Here's how it gets weird. I want my tailoring to be up there, but if I wasn't grinding this so that I could get the materials for the houses, the next thing I'd want to do is make a bunch of tools. The thing I need for tools is rope. We don't really have the tailor for that either. Doesn't factor in the time between nodes, but more or less you're right. Yeah, it was rough maths. I didn't even use exact values because, well, it's constantly changing. Wow. Yeah, I actually put in 25,000. And so I was probably closer to 23,000. Maybe I did accidentally account for that time. Anyway, how do you guys like the music? I'm trying not to play the same song every single day. So I'm trying to take a break from folk music or country music, which people seem to like. And I went for laid back pop. Relaxing enough? Yeah. Good music to shovel sand to. More exciting thing would be finding eggs. been listening to the same playlist of lo-fi for the past month. You had to add more songs. I should start listening to lo-fi. Like, I'll be real, I haven't been doing a good job at my day job. And I mean, everybody kind of has those days, or weeks, or months. But like, yeah, I've lost the passion for it years ago. And yeah, so the music I tend to listen to at like work is usually like really aggressive hip hop or intense dance music. You know, classic old man music. And I gotta say, it does get a little distracting and intense sometimes. So maybe I ought to switch up to like the lo-fi beats to drone to. Thing says classic old man music like Egyptian death metal. That could be pretty intense. Is Egyptian death metal a thing? It is, and it's pretty heavy. Nice. I'm interested now. I have a friend from Egypt. He taught me that, like, people who make a bunch of dad jokes are called eggy. And he showed me a commercial, and it was like somebody making a bad joke and then turning into an egg. And I was like, alright, neat. I like weird cross-cultural jokes that like you just don't get. You know, the ones that just aren't for you. But he's a really eggy dude himself, and so what I love about him is like you can like try any pun on him, like, and he will just die laughing. And like sometimes you can like hit him with like, you know, one of the old jokes that like doesn't work on anybody, you know, like, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Things like that, and he will have no idea what's coming. And it's amazing to watch him laugh at that. You've been using Chill Hop for your music? They have a creator program so you can download from a huge list of songs and play it using VLC. Not a sponsor, by the way. Also, Egypt, you lived there for like a year and a half? Nice. How do you like, how was it? I want to say, like, given my friends' descriptions of it, it sounds like a lot of political turmoil, which, you know, just sounds like everywhere else in the world, too. At least it's a dry heat, though. Granny's Got Game. Hey, Granny's Got Game. How are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely day, Granny. What are you playing lately? This is Isabecca. Oh! The Isabecca. Isabecca's a member of our claim. Our settlement. There she is. This is a Bika. You were playing BitCraft? Nice. I saw a bunch of people in the village. Actually, the village is starting to get a little crowded. I think it might be time to research more people. I mean, it's only 1,000 supplies. I'm gonna do it. I don't want, like, people to try and move in and then not be able to. Especially now that they found out that they can live here. You were younger at the time, but you did feel the effect of the politics. Like, blackouts were common and public services like trash pickup were non-existent. Brutal. You were out in the area the nights you say ni, following the waterways, lots of connected lakes. Yeah. The rivers over here are just kind of like wild. Tried to zoom in, but there's just so many claims. Like, everyone lives along this river. I'm kind of surprised, like, these places didn't, like, blow up into some massive... Well, they are kind of like a massive singular empire, but... I'm guessing, like, these rivers all connect. Can't really see a lot of them here. But I know there's just tons of rivers and lakes along here. Alright. What are we doing? More sand? How much sand do we have? Let's do sand until we find an egg. And then we'll do flowers. Greetings. Hi, Barry. How are you doing? I had to memorize your name because, like, whenever you appear in my chat column over here, they gave you a color that matches, like, the background completely, so I can barely see. And so now I just recognize you as the person who has, like, the impossible to read name on my end. You left your motherland and have gone south to Region 5. Region 5 can be a pretty intense place. Everyone says they're greedy, but at least they're peaceful. Like the Toadmans, the Tortuga, the Gerudians. I really loved visiting Towerborn. And the salt mines around the Honeydew Collective are the best salt gathering spots in the world. You're visiting Towerborn? Nice. So what's the plan once you get there? Do you have, like, a settlement you plan on joining? Because, like, the Towerborn people seemed really, really cool. You were so close to your settlement, didn't quite get there? Where do you live? Are you, like... I can't see any. Are you on this side of the island? Or down here? You the South Island? Or this crazy one? On that tiny little island? I think about tiny little islands sometimes. I like this little 2-dot section of this empire here. Very cute. At the center of T5, up in the Gulf, there's a round peninsula. This one, it's a little nubbin. Nice. Yeah, so I've gone over and under it. I believe the temple's here, so you're not far from that. That's a cool place to live. Like, I'm heavily focused on, like, the internal affairs of my empire. But I do think of traveling a lot. I don't have the teleportation energy for it, though. Maybe. Maybe I should make the traveler juice. What does this take? Tier 4 glass? Water? Is that it? I could make that. I've been selling traveler berries. Like, it's a good way to make like $2,000 per traveler berry real quick. The last few times I've been out to the tree, I find like one. I think my best kept secret's gone.